Welcome to Slow American English, the podcast for learners of American English. I'm your host, Karen Tolliver. This is episode number 54, Math Words. Before we begin, I have an important announcement. As of June 1st, there are 4 new reward levels on my Patreon site. Please consider becoming a patron for the podcast. In return for your monthly contribution, you get valuable rewards depending on the level you choose. For example, if you sign up for the English Learners level for only $5 per month, you get exercises to go with the podcast, a free workbook, a live discussion about the podcast each month, and more. So visit www.patreon.com/slowamericanenglish and become a patron today. I can't produce this podcast without you. Note, this month's live discussion is on 20 June at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, which is UTC-6. A note to my existing patrons. Please visit the Patreon site for an important message about changing your level. If you don't change it, you won't get any rewards in the future. And I really want you to get rewards for your generous support. Go to patreon.com/slowamericanenglish for all the details. Visit the podcast website at www.slowamericanenglish.net. Find links there to subscribe to the website and to follow me on social media. Slow American English workbooks are available on Amazon. Find that link on the website too. Note, visit www.patreon.com/slowamericanenglish for free bonus material that goes with this episode. Download a PDF file containing information about cardinal and ordinal numbers in American English. Now for the podcast. In this episode, I present some American English math words. I recommend visiting slowamericanenglish.net and reading the transcript for this episode to see the signs and symbols used in math as I speak the words. Math is short for mathematics. Both of these words are singular. There are several types of math, such as algebra and geometry. In this podcast, I will present vocabulary for the branch of math called arithmetic. Arithmetic includes basic number operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Numbers in arithmetic use the decimal system, which is based on 10. Arithmetic operations all use the equal sign just before the answer. It is pronounced equals or is. Because the operation equals the answer, the written operation is called an equation. Addition is the process of adding or combining numbers. For example, if you want to combine 10 and 5, the equation would be 10 plus 5 equals 15, or 10 and 5 is 15. It is written 10 plus 5 equals 15. The small cross between 10 and 5 is the plus sign. The answer of an addition equation is called the sum. Subtraction is the act of subtracting or taking away numbers. For example, if you want to take 5 away from 10, the equation would be 10 minus 5 equals 5. It is written 10 minus 5 equals 5. The small line between 10 and 5 is the minus sign. The answer of a subtraction equation is called the difference. Multiplication is the operation of multiplying or increasing numbers. For example, if you want to multiply 10 and 5, the equation would be 10 times 5 equals 50, or 10 multiplied by 5 is 50. It is written 10 times 5 equals 50, or 10 times 5 equals 50. The answer of a multiplication equation is called the product. School children learn their multiplication tables, or times tables, in 2nd grade. Division is the process of dividing or separating numbers into groups. For example, if you want to separate 10 into groups of 5, the equation is 10 divided by 5 equals 2, or 5 goes into 10 2 times. It is written 10 divided by 5 equals 2, or 10 over 5 equals 2. Notice the symbols between 10 and 5 used for division. The answer of a division equation is called the quotient. More vocabulary. Numerals, or digits, are the symbols we write for numbers. For example, the numeral or digit for 5 is 5. We use Arabic numerals in American English. Numbers higher than 0 are positive. Numbers less than 0 are negative. Negative numbers are written with a minus sign before them, which is pronounced. Minus 22 is pronounced minus 22 or negative 22. You might see the word maths spelled with an S at the end. This is the British English form of math. For numbers vocabulary about measurements, see Slow American English episode 51, The U.S. Measurement System. Numbers in writing. For numbers more than 999, use a comma to separate every 3 digits. 1,000 for 1,000, or 2,000, 000 for 2,000,000. Use a dot or period to show parts of a number, such as tenths, hundredths, and thousandths. This is different than the European way, so be careful when dealing with international numbers. These are decimal numbers. The dot is called a decimal point, and it is pronounced point as well. For example, 4.356 is 4.356. In formal writing, if a number begins a sentence, you must write out the words. Also, write out the words for a number less than 10. For all other numbers, use digits. That's the podcast for this time. Slow American English is written and produced by Karen Tolliver. Copyright 2019. All rights reserved. For a free transcript and to subscribe to the podcast, visit www.slowamericanenglish.net. You can also subscribe via Apple Podcast, Google Play Music, TuneIn, and any other podcast feed reader. Theme music for this podcast is written and performed by S.W. Campbell and used by permission. Find more music by this artist at www.soundclick.com/SWCAMPBELL. This has been Slow American English. I'm Karen Tolliver. Thank you for listening.